who's the big cheese at Cottage Farms, Gary put this collection together himself. This is called the Garden Idols Butterfly Bush Collection. It's on 2 easy payments today. Of course, everything in the show has free shipping and handling. The 2 payments are just $22.25, and you get all 3, and they're all different colors.
They're all colors, and he picked this collection out because he loved these stained glass colors. I love the richness of these. These will get about 5 feet tall, about 3.5 feet wide. Butterflies, hummingbirds are crazy about them. And look at the gorgeous colors that we have. The one that I'm showing you right now is the sweet rosy pink.
It's like a real bright strawberry pink color.
It's the best of all the pink butterfly bushes. Now the next one over right here is true blue. If you love blue flowers, you can't get better than this in a shrub.
And you know who loves blue flowers are butterflies.
Oh,
so they're going to like this one the best of all 3.
And the deer will not eat any of these. Love that part too. And then the rarest one in the collection is Cran Raz. Now I know you've seen this color in Bohemian glass.
Yes, pretty.
Haven't
That's
you though?
Yeah.
I've got a lot of Bohemian glass and I absolutely love that color. Hummingbirds, butterflies, drought tolerant, salt resistant. If you live near the seashore, it's a great plant for you. And if you don't feel like making a flower bed, they'll grow in that nasty soil.
They grow anywhere. In fact, I see them just popping up in my neighbor's yard. One time one popped up miraculously in a flower pot on my patio. I mean, they're very, very hardy. You can't kill them. And they are something that is going to get big, like a big tree, like a big shrub. So you want to put them in the back row or space them apart at least pretty good, right?
Indeed. And the blooms themselves are about 10 inches long. They're really, really beautiful. A great source of cut flowers. And just the easiest of all flowering shrubs to grow. And of all the flowering shrubs that we offer, these bloom more than any flowering shrub that we have ever offered. These come back every single year, whether they're in containers or the ground. They are as bulletproof as daylilies.
If you want a large butterfly shrub, this is the one you should buy. I've tried different varieties, some of them local. A lot of them get really outlandish and they kind of, you know, they take over, they get a weird shape, they shoot off in one direction. This one stays big and rounded, but it gets large. So this is really good, and they grow really fast. So this is going to fill in those gaps along your privacy fence or in between your evergreens, that type of thing. But the main thing is, I know here in the Philadelphia area, the butterflies start showing up right after the 4th of July. In fact, some of them have been showing up already here and there.
Well, it's been an odd winter.
When you have these in your yard, they're going to be all over the place. And they love these so much, you can sneak right up on them with your camera and take an extreme close-up, and they don't care.
Exactly. And I love that about them. But you mentioned something about your privacy screens and your fences. If you've got that evergreen hedge, you know, the arborvitaes that everybody plants, plant these in front of that hedge because the deer will not touch these. It also keeps them off of your arborvitae hedge that they really want to eat. If these are in front, they can't get to the other.
See, these have a fragrance that smells good to us, but the deer don't like it. So when you have certain fragrant shrubs and flowers, the deer stay away, and that's what happens with this one.
I got to come down front.
And you get a nice big one already in the box, right?
This is the way it's going to come out to you. You're going to get 3 pots. You'll have a pink one, you'll have a blue one, and you'll have that deep cranberry one, all in separate pots. They'll be labeled so you'll know exactly what's what. You see, it's already a nice bushy plant. This is going to bloom like crazy this year, no kidding, and they're guaranteed for an entire year. The easiest of any of the flowering shrubs we offer, and it blooms more than any one we've ever offered. I've been on air 20 years. This is still #1.
Yeah, it's a definite proven winner. And here's your growing guide. Don't forget, this comes in the box. Don't throw it away. This tells you exactly, step by step, what to do. Some of you might already know all this, but for most of us who are still learning, this is a really great little guide for you, and it tells you how much to water it, where to plant it. Just kind of mentioning some of that, do these like sun?
Full sun to slight shade. The more sun you give them, the more blooms you're going to have, and the butterflies are going to want to be out there in the sun anyway. You'll be out there with your camera. The easiest of the easy, if you're a non-gardener and you want to have a flowering shrub, this should be your first effort because you will not fail. They're guaranteed for an entire year, so we've got you covered regardless. But I love them because they're easy. It's one of the first ones I had. And if you think about flowering shrubs that bloom in the summer, there are almost none. Everything blooms in the spring and then it's over. You need to have something tall blooming in your garden, and this will do the trick.
So how long will it take for them to get about this big as what you're showing?
Yours will get this tall this very first year.
Wow.
The second year, they will be this wide.
Nice.
And they'll develop some wood. So we say they're perennials, but they're actually flowering shrubs, so they don't die all the way to the ground. They stay up, they get some wood to them, and they'll get about as big as a forsythia bush, except after forsythia is finished, that's when this is just starting.
Excellent. So very popular. How many are gone now, Stan? Over 400 sets ordered. You get the pink, the bluey purple, and the raspberry cranberry color. So
yes.
You get all three. Gary's picks from Cottage Farms. And don't forget, these guys love the bud and flower booster fertilizer packs from Cottage Farms. And that is a customer top rated fertilizer.
Yes.
Because it works and it's so easy to use.
Indeed it is. No mess, no fuss, and most importantly, no measuring.
I love that. Because who can see those teeny lines on the measuring spoons and cups anymore? Not me.
Well, I'm looking at forks now.
Oh, did you cut me a piece of pie?
We'll cut you a piece of pie, baby.
How did you know peach pie was my favorite breakfast?
Well, I didn't, but I knew it was mine.
All right, now we got